My name is Vaela. I work for the Solomon Islands Government Ministry of Women, Youth, Children and Family Affairs, and I'm the Director of the Women's Development Division. Gender data can accelerate change in Solomon Islands by definitely bringing out the hidden stories of how men and women are disadvantaged or experience life differently. I think the biggest challenge for us in terms of advancing gender equality in the Solomon Islands is the lack of gender data, where, it will help us focus our programs, our projects, and our interventions, including where the budget allocation needs to be the most. It is important to me because just general advocacy, I guess, for different groups who are most disadvantaged, and in the case of Solomon Islands, a lot of inequalities, it's the women who face them. And in the absence of, gender data, it makes my job a bit more harder, making a case for women's, issues and informed policy, that this is the areas that we need to be focusing on, especially for women. And not only for women, but other vulnerable groups, people with disability, women with disability. So as an advocate, it's very important, and it's a critical piece of data that we need. It has, really supported the work, especially with our gender mainstreaming work across the whole of government, but also especially at the local level, the provincial level, especially informing gender-specific policies for different provincial governments, as it provides the data, the statistics that's applicable to the different contexts, which is quite important because Solomon Islands is a country with diverse culture and different provinces have different needs and contexts. So how the Equality Insights Rapid has really supported different provinces in developing their own gender and women's policies that aligns to their context. So that has helped. Gender mainstreaming has always been, a priority for government, and it's quite difficult when they want to design their programs, and when there's no data to show them where to focus. So Equality Insights with the findings have been able to support that process for provincial governments. First of all, on behalf of the Solomon Islands government, especially the Women's Development Division, a big thank you to Equality Insights. I know we've built a strong relationship over the years, and just that support in helping us understand a bit more gender statistics. I think we know generally the importance of it, but the support that Equality Insights have been able to help us train us, build a bit more our knowledge and capacity in understanding that's valued a lot. And, we would like to really see, I guess, a strong nationwide campaign and, bringing visibility to the importance of gender statistics for Solomon Islands. And I think the timing is now. There's momentum through the Equality Insights Rapid. I hope that the findings won't just sit on a shelf and collect dust from here on, but through the relationship we have also with Equality Insights, that we can put to use what was the intended for, from the findings of the Rapid.